Stop buying hyped gadgets you'll never use. Hey, Johannes from Gear Up Your Life here, and today I'm sharing 17 real travel essentials that are actually worth buying in 2025. These are the proven, no-nonsense items I pack on every trip. Stick around for 4 bonus picks at the end. Small upgrades, big impact. Our first real essential is a foldable day pack, and this one has saved me on more trips than I can count. In Egypt last year, it held water, sunscreen, and my Kindle almost every single day, but it still folds down smaller than a soda can when I don't need it. My favorite is the Osprey Ultralight Stuff Pack. It weighs almost nothing, costs under $45, and somehow survives way more abuse than it should. It's the kind of upgrade you don't realize you need until the day you can't live without it. Our second real essential is a toiletry bag, and it's honestly the one thing that keeps chaos under control when you travel. Instead of bottles, razors, and toothpaste rolling around a hotel sink, everything just hangs in one spot where you can see it. It's such a simple change, but it instantly makes mornings and evenings way less stressful. No digging, no leaks, no mess. The one I trust the most is the C2 Summit hanging toiletry bag. It's compact, nearly indestructible, and it's been with me on trip after trip without ever falling apart. It's not the kind of gear you brag about, but it's the kind you'll be thankful for every single day. Our third real essential is a tech pouch. And if you've ever had a tangled mess of cables and chargers at the bottom of your bag, you know exactly why this matters. A good pouch gives every cable, adapter, and power brick its place. No more digging around or pulling out a giant knot when your phone is at 5%. My personal favorite is the Peak Design tech pouch. It's built like a tank, has smart pockets for literally everything, and it makes staying organized on the road effortless. I also just picked up the Orbit Key pouch for around $80. And while I'm still testing it, I'm not sure yet if it's on the same level. It looks great, but Peak Design still feels like the gold standard for me. Not the flashiest gear, but once you've used a proper tech pouch, you'll never want to travel without one again. Our fourth gadget is a universal travel adapter. And if you've followed me for a while, you already know the one I use. For years now, I've trusted the Epica adapter. One single block that works in over 150 countries, has USB ports built in, and actually holds up after being thrown in and out of bags non-stop. It's one of those boring purchases that feels expensive at first, until the exact moment you arrive somewhere new and realize your plugs don't fit. I've tried others, but the Epica has been the one I keep coming back to every single trip. Not exciting gear, but this little brick basically guarantees your devices work anywhere in the world. Our next essential is a power bank, and I'll be honest, this is the one item I never ever leave behind. Because nothing kills your trip faster than a dead phone. Whether you're lost in a new city, need your boarding pass, or just want to grab that photo you can't get back. The one I trust most right now is the Anker Mag Go series. It snaps straight onto the back of my phone, charges insanely fast, and it doubles as a little stand when I'm watching something on the plane. I've tested plenty of chargers, but Anker has always been the one brand that never let me down. It's not glamorous gear, but if you've ever run out of battery in the wrong moment, you already know why this is essential. Essential number 6 are Merino wool layers, and if you've been watching the last few videos, you've probably heard me recommend them 3 or 4 times already. But here's the thing, there's a reason they keep showing up. Merino is one of the few fabrics that actually changes how you travel. It stays fresh for days without washing, keeps you warm in the cold, cool in the heat, and it means you can pack way fewer clothes overall. Yes, it's a premium upgrade. Brands like Unbanned Merino can cost over $100 a piece, but I've also linked budget options under $45 that still give you the same benefits if you just want to test it out. Boring on the surface? Maybe. But once you try Merino, you'll never want to go back to regular cotton when traveling. Our next essential is still in the clothing era, and it's a pair of travel pants. Now, regular jeans or chinos work fine at home, but when you're on the road, they're heavy, they take forever to dry, and honestly, they just aren't built for travel. That's why I switched to Western Rise travel pants. They are lightweight, stretchy, and look good enough to wear on a city trip, but comfortable enough for a long-haul flight. It's the kind of upgrade that doesn't just save space in your bag, it actually makes every single travel day easier. Not the cheapest item on the list, but one of those investments that pays you back every time you put them on. Essential number 8 is a laundry bag, and this is basically like a packing cube but just for your dirty clothing. Instead of mixing clean and used clothes together, you just throw everything into one simple bag and keep the rest of your pack fresh. It's the same principle as cubes, organization and less stress, but made for the stuff you really don't want touching the rest. And honestly, it's even cheaper. My favorite is just a super basic version from Amazon for under $10, and I've linked it below. Not flashy at all, but once you use one, you'll wonder why you ever mixed clean and dirty clothes in the same space. Essential number 9 are compression bags. And here's the truth. You're either a packing cube person or a compression bag person. Both do the same job, keeping your stuff organized. But compression bags take it one step further by squeezing out every bit of extra air. That means more space in your backpack, fewer bulky clothes, and a setup that feels way more compact. The downside, they crinkle a bit more, and some people find them less convenient than cubes. Personally, I like using both depending on the trip, but if you're always running out of space, compression bags might just be the smarter choice. Essential number 10 are noise-cancelling headphones. And if you've been on the newsletter, you've probably already heard me say that the Sony WF-1000X M5 are my all-time favorite. The sound is incredible, the noise cancelling works perfectly on flights, and they're honestly the best I've ever tested. But here's the problem. At around $300 without a sale, they're crazy expensive. That's why I always say it almost doesn't matter if you go with Sony, Bose, Apple, or even the CMF Buds 2A. And those last ones are under $40 and still ridiculously solid for the price. So whether you want the premium upgrade or just the budget option for your next trip, once you try noise-cancelling headphones, you'll never want to fly without them again. Our next gadget is an eye mask, and honestly, this is one of the cheapest ways to make travel so much more comfortable. It blocks out all the cabin light, helps you fall asleep faster, and actually lets you get proper rest on long flights. The big advantage over the flimsy airline freebies is that a good mask won't press on your eyes. It feels soft on your skin, and you can reuse it trip after trip. My personal favorite is the MZ00 contoured mask. It's affordable, fits well, and does the job perfectly. It's a tiny item in your bag, but the difference it makes in how rested you feel when you land is huge. Essential number 12 is the Nano Bag, and honestly, I'm still kind of fascinated by how good this thing is. It weighs less than an ounce, folds down smaller than your phone, and still carries a full bag of groceries or souvenirs. The crazy part is how durable it feels for something this thin. I've used it way more times than I expected, and it's still going strong. And here's the cool part. When you combine it with gadget number 14, it suddenly makes your whole travel setup way more flexible. It's one of those tiny upgrades that barely takes up space but makes a huge difference every single trip. Essential number 13 is a compact power strip, and I honestly think this is one of the most underrated travel essentials. The one I've been using is from Altea, and it cost me around $12, but the value it gives is crazy. It has multiple outlets plus USB ports and GAN fast charging, so I can charge my laptop, phone, earbuds, and power bank all at once. Instead of fighting over a single wall socket in hotels or airports, I just plug this in and suddenly everything is powered up. It's small, it's cheap, and for me, it's the kind of upgrade that makes traveling so much smoother. Essential number 14 is a sling bag, and honestly, I think every traveler should have one. It's small, lightweight, and just big enough for the essentials you always want quick access to. Your phone, wallet, earbuds, or even a compact charger. Now, I've tested quite a few of these over the years. My personal favorite is the Peak Design Everyday Sling, which has an amazing build and organization system. But I'm also a big fan of Neo Smart. Their quality, especially at the price point, really surprised me. Both options feel premium without screaming tourist, which makes a huge difference when you're moving through busy cities. And here's where it gets even better. I always clip a nano bag to my sling. It weighs almost nothing, folds down smaller than your phone, and suddenly I've got the perfect combo. The sling keeps all my important stuff close and secure, while the nano bag gives me instant extra space for groceries, souvenirs, or just a water bottle when I need it. So our next gadget solves a real problem, because Let's be honest. The headphones you get on planes are terrible. They sound bad, they're uncomfortable, and after an hour, you just want to throw them away. That's why I always carry the AirFly adapter. You just plug it into the airplane's headphone jack, pair your own noise-canceling earbuds or headphones, and suddenly the whole flight feels different. It's tiny, lasts an entire long haul on a single charge, and honestly, once you've tried it, you'll never want to fly without it again. For me, it lives in my sling bag right next to my earbuds. So the moment I sit down on a flight, I can just plug it in and relax. Our next essential is a 3-in-1 charger. And if you travel with multiple Apple devices, this is a total lifesaver. Instead of packing 3 separate chargers and fighting for outlets in your hotel room, you just drop your iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch on one compact stand and they all charge overnight. For me, the ESR version has been a favorite lately. It's foldable, MagSafe ready, and way more travel friendly than carrying a bunch of cables. Anker also makes a solid one, but honestly, the ESR surprised me with how reliable it's been. It's the kind of premium upgrade that saves you so much space and hassle, especially if you're traveling light. And make sure to stick around, because after our very last essential, I've got some bonus gadgets to show you that are small, fun, and just as practical. Last but not least, let's talk about luggage trackers, either an Apple AirTag or a Tile, depending on your phone. These little devices are tiny, affordable, and they give you instant peace of mind. Whether it's your suitcase at the airport, your backpack on a train, or even just your sling bag in a cafe, you'll always know exactly where your stuff is. I've personally used both, and while AirTag is perfect for iPhone users, Tile is a great budget-friendly alternative that works just as well. It's one of those essentials that nobody ever regrets buying, because once you've lost a bag even once, you'll understand how valuable it is. And with that, we've reached the end of our 17 real travel essentials. But as promised, don't click away yet, because I've also got 4 bonus gadgets coming up that are smaller, fun, and just as practical for your next trip. But before we dive into the bonus picks, I want to quickly invite you to grab my Gear Vault bundle. It's a free starter kit with over 75 travel gadgets I've personally tested, 8 full packing guides for different trip styles, and 25 tip cards that make every journey easier. It's completely free, just sign up for the newsletter below, and if it's not for you, you can unsubscribe anytime. Alright, let's jump into the 4 bonus gadgets I promised you. Our first bonus gadget is a collapsible water bottle, and this is one of those upgrades that just makes sense. Instead of carrying a bulky plastic bottle, this one folds down flat when it's empty, so it takes almost no space in your bag. I've used mine on hikes, at airports, and even just for city walks. It's simple, cheap, and honestly, one of the easiest ways to stay hydrated on the road. Bonus gadget number 2 is a portable door lock, and this is all about peace of mind. You just slot it into the door latch at your hotel or Airbnb and suddenly nobody can get in, not even with a key. It costs less than a couple of coffees, takes up no space in your bag, and it's the kind of tiny gadget that can completely change how safe you feel while traveling. Bonus gadget number 3 is something I've mentioned before. Formin soap sheets. They look like little paper slips, but with a drop of water they turn into rich, foamy soap. Perfect for public restrooms, airports, or any situation where you just don't want to deal with messy bottles. Not the flashiest thing, but once you've used them, you'll always want to keep a pack in your bag. And the last bonus gadget is a digital luggage scale. And yes, I know this sounds boring, but picture this. You're at the airport check-in line, praying your suitcase isn't overweight, and with this $10 gadget, you'll never have that stress again. I've used mine for years, and it's saved me from extra fees and some very awkward moments at the counter. Not exciting, but definitely one of those little tools that makes travel so much smoother. And that's a wrap on today's list. I really hope you enjoyed this first video with my real voice. If you did, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to keep upgrading your travel setup, check out this video right here. It's packed with more smart gear you'll actually use.